Good morning.
Good morning. Do I look like a Rocky? Guys, look. I was not running, I was just walking. I am the Rocky after Corona, fat one.
So, what do you want to talk, my love?
My love, you forgot to say, so, how are you this morning? I cannot see good morning. What's going on? Is it the robot? Bam, bam, bam. Good morning, good morning. So, what is my coffee message of the day? Love and do what you like. It's a critical. Today I was talking with my buddy for a morning walk, and we had a funny stories, memories behind when we met some people. And the people come and go in our life, and we have good memories, bad memories, no matter. We just have experience with them. But we don't need to forget that we are here and we are going. We will go also one day. Uh, Guys, if you think, I don't want to sound like a negative, but this is the normal process of our life. We just have to think and to see how we're going to live our life. And my love, now it's you. I say what I have to say. By the way, I say something from nowhere, and then she covered me exactly.
Yeah, well, so today we will be with Ofer, and Ofer will talk to us about living from the heart and the ground rules. And one important ground rules is taking care of ourselves.
Yeah.
And yesterday, actually, I was talking with one of my colleagues, and we were saying, why is it that women, especially mother, they feel guilty of taking care of themselves? Okay, probably because this is the way we grow, and it's so important. I learned this from inside, and in my life, it's so important for me to take care of myself first, because obviously you cannot give what you don't have, and also it's like giving example to the children. And so for me, this is a very important rules. You want to add something about this rule?
No, because I'm not a woman. I'm not a mother, so I don't know.
Okay. All right. So let's move on to Ofer, because Krasimir is not in the mood.
No, my love. I can say family for the father.
Good morning, Ofer.
Good morning. How are you, my love?
Good, thank you.
Good, Krusty. The man in green. We are both the man in green rather than the
Yes.
man in black. Okay.
We're the new version.
The new version. Well, what can I tell you? You said the important thing is how you live your life. That's true. For me, the important thing is, why am I living my life? Why am I here? What is my purpose? Um, and we are in the book that we're going to write. We're going to say more about each one of us, about our purpose. All the coaches of the morning community will share with you why we are doing what we're doing. But here, let's talk about a little bit about this morning community. You have completed, or you are about to complete, a process that took you through a whole month. And you started out the first time that you met in this morning community, you probably set yourself some goals, some things that you wanted to achieve during this month. So for me, when I came on the first time that I was on, I asked myself, why am I doing it? What is my goal during the morning community? And my goal was to share my knowledge, share my wisdom, share my loving. Much more important than my knowledge and my wisdom, because you can disagree with my wisdom, but you cannot disagree with my loving. It's something that is coming from me and has no interest whether you agree or disagree with it. It's just there. As they say, a lemon tree is giving lemons. it doesn't think whether, it should give lemons, it shouldn't give lemon. It's part of nature. So for me, as I think for Krasi and Clementine, it has become our nature to be of service and to be loving. At least, if not all the time, at least we have a clear intention to work on it and to become more loving and more of service. And we found this, at least I found this in Insight in the seminar. So first of all, I hope that I was successful in sharing myself with you. When we finish something, and we get to a certain point, it's always good to ask ourselves, well, what was my intention? Did I achieve it, or am I on the right way? And that's where feedback comes in, internal feedback, external feedback. Was I successful in doing what I wanted to do? And whether I was or not, be accountable to whatever I achieved. This is what I achieved. This is what I got. You are people sitting and listening to me. You are also sources of feedback, and you can write in the Facebook and say, hey, we loved it, we didn't, as you always do. But the most important source of feedback is internal. Did I achieve what I wanted to do? Was I successful in what I aimed at doing? So we're finishing this morning, community, and for me, the next step, natural step, is when I'm in this process, is to think, okay, where do I go from here? What is the next thing for me? And for me, the next thing is August. In August, in Cyprus, there's going to be another seminar, 28th of August, and Krasi will tell you more about it later. But, imagine yourself doing what you've done this whole month in a deeper way, in a more concise way, and like focusing on the loving in you and how you can be a better person, a more loving person to yourself and to others. So because I'm kind of thinking about Insight, and already in my mind I'm kind of ready. When we know that we're going to do something, it's interesting. Our mind starts to build up to that. So I remember the first time I did my seminar, I was in an intro event, and it was like a month before the seminar, and I decided that I'm going to do it. And I got out of this evening, I actually started the seminar before the seminar started, because the thoughts started coming. Okay, what do I want to get there? What do I want to achieve? How is it going to be? What am I going to find about myself? How is it, what is the experience that I want to experience? Things of that nature. So actually, I was doing the seminar before I was doing the seminar. And when I got to the seminar room, I was ready to begin. But I already was in it. So this is one of my suggestions to you, to start now. If you think that this is something that is valuable to you, register now and start the seminar now. And for you who are going to do that, and for you who are not going to do that, what I want to talk about this morning is the 3 ground rules of Insight. Because when you start the first day of the seminar, the facilitator is putting like 3 ground rules on the screen in front of you. And the facilitator will tell you, listen, these are the 3 ground rules of Insight. We believe that just doing these 3 ground rules in your life, just following these rules, will change your life. It will change it in a way that it'll become better. It will become your life, not the life that is imposed on you by the outside. It's the life that you choose to live from the inside. And that's why the ground rules are something that you need to take upon yourself and commit to for life. So I thought that today it will be a good opportunity for me to share those three ground rules with you, explain them shortly, and invite you to think about what life would look like if you manage to be fully committed to those three rules. Clementine, I sent it to you in the email. Do you have it, or you didn't see it? Okay,
No,
never mind.
Krasimir didn't send it to me.
We'll do it now.
Okay, there are three ground rules. The first ground rule is take care of yourself so you can help take care of others. Now, think about the goal of the goal that you have, the goal that I have. Okay, I will try to like offer to you my goal. My goal is to become more loving. When I started Insight, I saw the vision of Insight, and the vision was Insight is here to help us transform ourselves into loving so that the greater transformation of the world into loving can take place. So think about this vision. I think that the more you work about awareness and self-growth and self-effectiveness and all of that, the more you go into these topics, you find that human beings actually just want to love and be loved. And all the other things that we learn how to do and how not to do are there in order to free ourselves to become a bigger how do I call container to receive this love and to be able to give this love out. This is our purpose as human beings. This is what I believe our purpose is. So taking care of yourself is loving yourself. And why does it say help take care of others? And why doesn't it say take care of yourself so you can take care of others? Because others have to take care of themselves first. So we say if you take care of yourself, you will be in a position where you are complete, you are saturated, you are okay, and then you can use this attitude, this existence of you, this feelings that you have, this loving that is in you. You can use that in order to assist others, in order to help take care of others. But I don't think it's your responsibility to take care of others. It's a choice. And a lot of people become caretakers and they forget to take care of themselves. And this to me is like a no-no. If I become a caretaker and all I want is to take care of others, but I don't take care of myself, eventually I will become judgmental, I will become empty, I will not have the energy to help take care of others. So that's the first rule. Just love yourself, take care of yourself the best way you can. Take care of your feelings, emotions, take care of your thoughts, take care of your body. Just look at the mirror and say, you are the one I love. You are the one I'm taking care of. And do it on a consistent level. And you will just be there for others if needed. The second rule is don't hurt yourself and don't hurt others. We've talked about it a lot. Hurting yourself, one way where you hurt yourself is judgment. Don't judge yourself. Don't have those negative thoughts about yourself. Don't agree to everything that your parents told you who you are. Choose who you are. You can just choose. You can say, I'm a beautiful person, and you are a beautiful person. And by choosing who you are basically creating your experience, you're creating your life. Because it's you who is going through life, not the one that they told you are. And in the seminar, we meet who we really are. Because if we just, we create this environment where you can finally find out what is really you, what is the core of you. And then you can commit This is the you, or this is the me, this is the I that I want to go through life with. And don't hurt others. Again, judgment is the way that we hurt others. Expectations of others. Others will be who they are. And, you know, if we are coming to our interactions and our relationships with an attitude of, I love you the way you are, I don't like everything you do, I don't necessarily like everything you say, but I love who you are, and now let's see if we can find a way that we can work together, then the other person will be willing to adjust a little bit to your liking, to who you want them to be. But don't kid yourself. People will be people, they will do what they do, and you can either accept that or you can fight it. And if you fight it, you create distance. And when you hurt others, you're actually hurting yourself, because what we want is to be in harmony with others. Use everything for your upliftment, growth, and learning. This goes to accountability. Everything that is in my life, I created, promoted, or allowed in one way or another. This is the sum total of my choices, my behaviors, my habits, my thoughts, my beliefs. This is what it is. This is what I brought to my life. So I have a choice. I can change those things. But if I'm not aware of what this lesson is, then the lesson will keep showing up and I will keep banging against this wall again and again, not learn from it and not grow from it, but just, you know, try, you know, I always think about Einstein. He said, the definition of being crazy is to do the same thing again and again and expect a different result. That's what Einstein said. You know, and a lot of us are going through life doing the same thing again and again, not understanding why we're getting the same results. So if I look at the results I'm getting and I'm using it to grow, to learn, to say, okay, this is what I got. Now I want to uplift myself. I want to look at it from a different perspective. I want to be more. I want to get more. I want to do more. That is a good attitude to go through life. So these are the 3 rules. What I recommend to you is just look at them, write them down, put them somewhere, and, you know, every once in a while, look at them and say, am I living my life from this perspective? Okay? Or am I hurting myself? Am I not taking care of myself? Am I blaming others for what happens to me rather than learning what was my part and how I could do it better? Just do that. And life becomes a completely different set, a completely different environment, because now life is something that is flowing from you rather than something that is being imposed on you and that you're just trying to go through. You are choosing what you do in your life. You're choosing your thoughts, you're choosing your emotions, even though some of you will say, I disagree, but I think so. You're choosing your experiences and you're choosing who you are. And by choosing who you are, you're actually choosing what life you live in. So Clementine, you can take this off so that I can see your faces again. Okay. So one of the things that influenced me in my life was, and that was while I was doing Insight, somebody said a quote from Gandhi, and Gandhi said, if you want to see change, be the change. And I thought about it, you know, and I said to myself, well, what is the change that I want to see? Okay, what do I want to see around me? I'm living in a country with with a lot of wars and animosity and aggression and a lot of things that I simply dislike. I meet people that are angry, resentful, all of these things around me that I rather have them be different. And, you know, and I said to myself, well, there's something in the Israeli culture. We used to sit on Friday and complain, just like a group of people. We sit and we complain. This is terrible. The government is terrible. The politics are terrible. The West Bank is terrible. The Arabs are terrible. Whatever. My mother was terrible. We just complain all the time. Maybe it's a Jewish thing. I don't know. But the awareness was that if I want to see something different, first it starts with me. It starts with the way I behave. It starts with the way I look at the world, with the way I present myself to the world, with the energy that I put out. And to me, this is another rule for life. If I want to see a change, I will be the change to the best of my ability. And listen, I'm not an angel. Even though sometimes I want to think that I am. No, I'm not an angel. And I find myself doing things that I don't like about myself. But the question is, what is my intention? Okay? And my intention is to be the change that I want to see. So if I want to see a more loving universe around me, I will be more loving. If I want to experience more love from around me, I will be more loving. I will give what I want to get. And as I told you, I believe that loving is the thing that we as human beings want to give and to receive. Everything else is symbols of loving. Attention, money, power, all of these things that we kind of collect are actually symbols of loving. So be the change that you want to be. And then there was a while ago, there was a seminar, that international seminar, and Russell Bishop, the person who wrote Insight, said something that caught me again. He said, you're sitting in a room, and are you aware that right now there is this radio station that is broadcasting, let's say, music, and this frequency is in this room with you. All the radio stations in Cyprus or Bulgaria or wherever you are that are broadcasting, all those frequencies are actually with you, in you, around you. You don't hear that. You're not tuned to that, but it's here, and maybe it's influencing you. And then I thought about something. They say that if you walk on the street of Harlem, I lived in the United States, and somebody told me that the people who are attacked, and mugged are the people who are afraid. The energy that they're putting out is fear. Their body language, the way they feel, they're afraid. And then people look at them and they say, oh, here is a good target. We will attack them. They're not going to attack us back. And some people say that dogs can feel your emotions. They feel if you're afraid, they feel if you're upset, they will come to you. Now they're training dogs to work with soldiers with PTS, with post-traumatic distress. And the dog will feel when the person is going into a different mode, and the dog will come to that person and start licking his face, and asking for attention. And then it shifts your attention to the dog instead of being in this mode of stress. So I said to myself, if I as a human being can send out my energy, and if my energy is an energy of peace and quiet and loving, then maybe the people around me will get this energy. Maybe they are not tuned to it, maybe they don't realize that. But I choose to take a responsibility about my energy when I'm around with other people. Maybe it has an effect and maybe not. I don't know. I'm not trying to sell you on anything. But personally, it's good. It's like the parking angel we talked about. Because if I believe that my energy is affecting the people around me, then when I'm with the people around me, I will make sure to have a positive energy. So whether it affects them or not, I already have the benefit because I feel positive. So here is another rule that I do for myself. I say, okay, my energy affects other people. So when I'm around other people, I want to be accountable to my feelings. So I don't want to spread negativity. I don't want to spread fear. I don't want to spread anything that is affecting other people in a negative way. Maybe it works, maybe not. It's just fun to think about these things and try to focus on them. So manage your energy. Be aware of where you are and manage it. And before we finish, I have a last request. I want you to take a piece of paper and write on it a name. I'll explain why I'm doing it. I believe that, I am in service to you, but sometimes we need to ask for others to be in service to us and to kind of, build something together with us. And this something is energetic. It's like putting an intention into the universe, like putting a light into the universe. So a good friend of mine is on her last way of leaving this existence and going to another place. Well, this is difficult. I want you to write her name. Sari, Sari. Take a minute, close your eyes with me. Imagine a ball of light in your heart. Imagine that you can take this light and send it out to her so that she is filled with this beautiful white light that protects her, and whatever needs to be will be in a painless way for the highest good of her and everybody else involved. Thank you. So we're going back to us. Where are we going to be in August? Huh, Krasi? Are we going to be 50 people in the seminar room enjoying the celebration of who we are, the loving that is in us?
It's amazing energy and it's amazing community, and the people don't want to leave that time. I remember this many times.
Okay.
In the end of August, we're going to be in Anderberg Hotel.
28th till the 30th of August.
28th to the 30th of August. I will be there if everything in the universe allows.
Most of the coaches, they will be there. It's amazing. Pat and Josh will come, Monica, Stavriana.
I will
also
also see all of you on Saturday, this Saturday.
Yes.
When we do the mastermind. And I thank you all for doing this closed eye process with me.
You're
I hope
welcome.
I
It's our
hope
pleasure.
it well, it's not I hope. I know that the light that we send is affecting her on her way. And we need to keep this world a more loving place. So I invite you all to share that with me by being
Thank,
more loving. Thank you.
thank you, Ofer. So we'll continue with the gratitude. I love you to start.
No, let's offer make gratitude because he started. So
No, I don't. I want you to do the gratitude now. I'll do it on maybe on Saturday, but you know,
okay.
I'm just grateful for one thing. I'm grateful for being alive, healthy, you know, and able to share myself with you people. You know, just this technology is amazing. It's like there are so many people around who are now with me, even though we're not in the same room, but we're in the same spirit. So all of your energies and my energy are like creating oneness, and we are not alone. We are all one. That's if you spell it, you will see. We're not alone. We are all one. Um, that's all I have to say. I'm grateful for being with you, and I read something one before we leave. Yesterday, somebody said gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Think about it. The ultimate state of receivership. The best way to receive is to be grateful.
Because if you're not grateful, you can't receive anything.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ofer.
Thank you, Ofer.
See you Saturday.
See you.
See you.
Bye, guys.
Have a beautiful day.
Don't forget to be cool.